I should know better than to get on Twitter when I wake up in the middle of the night. Because I just watched this. That was just tweeted yesterday.
Is this your property? Hi, I'm asking you if this is your property.
Why are you asking?
Because it's private property.
Because it's private property,
So,
sir.
are you defacing private property, or is this your building? You're free to express your
No,
opinions,
we
but not on people's property.
Okay,
absolutely,
Sure.
just respectfully.
sure.
So we're just saying, absolutely, your signs and everything, and that's good. This is not the way to do it.
Okay.
It's private property.
But if I did live here and it was my property, this would be absolutely fine. And you don't know if I live here or if this is my property.
We actually do know. That's why we're asking.
Oh, really? Because you live here, right? You said so.
Because we know the person who does live here.
Oh, okay.
So
Then
that's all
I
we
suggest
wanted
you
to
call
ask.
him
I'm not
or
disagreeing with
call the
you.
police.
I don't
Or
wanna call the police.
because
What do you
you're
want me
accusing me
to?
of a crime, correct?
What I'm asking you is why are you
And I'm
doing
not
this?
answering you.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So your choices are to call the cops if you believe I'm calling a crime, and I will more than be happy to talk to him.
Okay, thank you.
What's your name again?
I'm Lisa.
Lisa, what's your last name?
What is your name?
What's your name? I asked
I'm
first,
not
Lisa.
committing a crime,
What's your name,
sir.
sir? What's your last name, sir?
What is your first name, sir?
I'm not answering. I'm not talking to you. You're talking to me. I'm asking you the questions.
Well, we're not doing anything illegal.
Neither am I.
Yes,
Actually,
you
you are.
are
Because
actually.
it's
Really?
property.
Oh, okay. Well, then call the cops.
Thank you. We will do.
Lisa and Robert.
Yeah.
I'll be right here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Bye. And that, people, is why Black Lives Matter. That's Karen, and she's calling the cops. And this is going to be really funny. Because she knows the people who live here. Personally.
One, apparently not. Two, also, he actually gave her an option. I'm not sure if you remember. Call the person you know lives here or call the cops. And she called the cops because she didn't know who lived there. She made an assumption. And, like, even that line of questioning was rhetorical. Like, they already made an assumption, right? That this brown person was doing something illegal on someone else's property. Right? Like, they asked, and there's some people who are like, well, only if you only answer the question. And, like, stop. Like, even that, like, that's like people are like, oh, if you only did what the cops told you to. Like, the only difference is she didn't have a badge or a gun, right? But it shouldn't take the lack of that for people that have the agency to, like, just stick up for themselves. I don't know. I can't even. And it turns out Lisa is the owner of La Face or LA Face skincare, whatever. Got you on video. It just sucks, though, that it took people having video cameras in their pockets to be able to easily record these for others to even begin to understand just how often it happens. Because even as often as we see instances like this now shared online, it still happens way more, and often in ways that aren't as overt. And it's interesting when some people that I've talked to, like, talk about this slippery slope, like, no, well, like, you know, if you start bringing up race, like, every time there's a problem, like, everything can't be racist. And, like, I think people are realizing that unless something is anti-racist, like, race is probably informing it in some way, shape, or form, for better or for worse. Like, the slippery slope is actually, like, trying to infer or assume that something isn't racist, right? And we're actually at the bottom of that slope, where we've become so scared about calling something racist, you know, centering whiteness in a way that makes white people feel uncomfortable, that we've trapped ourselves into not naming it when it's probably happening, right? Again, unless something is anti-racist, it's probably happening in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, Lisa's the new Karen. That's all.